Again, he's making the face. I'll wobble it around and then I'll lock it in. You purposely wobbled it around before you locked it in. And then you took your sweet ass time to shoot. Alright, I know it might feel like I'm attacking this guy a lot, but I'm really not. I'm just attacking his argument. And he's just got content to work. Sit there and argue about and question. And anybody else that I find, whether I like him or not, is going to get the same treatment if I can find your video. Because I like doing this. This is fun. So let's check out what he's got to say about the carving.
So they get here, right? They come down, instead of saying nice and loose so we can move the gun nice and quick and snap it on target, we see this. Elbows kind of tuck in, head comes down, and the shoulders come up. And you see everything real tight, and they're pulling that gun in as hard as they can into their shoulder. And when they shoot, it looks something like this. Stand by. Got. We got a one.
Okay, let's talk about this, because this is the guy that does a lot of like weird artificial shit, which is to me, you're not making the case for what you're saying. You're just kind of doing some weird stuff and saying that validates your argument, which to me it doesn't at all. So let's watch, and we'll stop and see it in slow-mo, and then we're gonna watch it the way he shoots and the way he's saying that you should be doing it, and kind of compare that as well in slow-mo. Alright, right there. So let's watch it. Why are you shaking it around? So to me, again, this is this very insincere, I'm just moving the gun around, exaggerating it, moving it off target, blah 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 blah, to try to make a point. Alright, never in my life, I hold the gun tight when I shoot as much as I can, and I never have it wobble and shake like that. So this is very just weird, exaggerated thing, right? And I don't understand why you're doing this. Why can't you hold it tight and be tense and shoot it like the best way you can to really have an honest comparison? Because you might find out, you know, that it is a very viable way of shooting, because it is a viable way of shooting. So very weird to me to sit there and shake the gun around. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It doesn't. Not only does it not make your argument, but it kind of invalidates your argument, in my opinion. Let's watch.
Right. We got a 166 that time. So let's talk about why that happens.
Well, it's because you wobble the gun for about 3/4 of a second.
Gun come up fairly quickly, not quick enough, you know, but did we shoot as soon as the gun was pretty much?
No, you shook it around a bunch.
Generally on the target? No, because that sight is bouncing around. So come up here to the target and let's look at.
All right, we don't care about the target. Let's talk about the higher ready stuff.
Again, tighten up, elbows kind of pinch in, head comes down, shoulders come up like this.
All right, so this posture, your posture here before you shoot should be in the same posture that you're going to be when you actually have the gun on your shoulder and present it, because you don't want to move anything except the gun to its place. If you're doing a low ready, the gun snaps up to the eye and you shoot. You don't move your head, you don't move your shoulders, you don't move your arms, other than bringing the gun up. Same thing here. The gun should drive straight out, level out, be pulled into the shoulder. As soon as it pulls into the shoulder, you should have your cheek weld. Eyes should be in line with the sights. You pull tight, and then you shoot.
We see that curvature here, kind of bearing down, kind of like you're taking a shit or something.
Okay, again, this guy, he's like making these, like the tactical turret, he's trying to make like a mockery. If there's something that he doesn't like, he's going to try to insult it. Again, with this weird, like fake, like wobble, shooting off targets in the other video on purpose. Really, it's just, it's very sus. Okay. This guy is like the worst actor ever. So let's talk about what he just did. Let's talk about exactly what he just did. We'll watch it on slow-mo again. All right, shooting position. Your abs don't have to be locked in. You should locking your shoulders. What was that? Did you guys see that? Let's go to super duper slow-mo. The Again, he's making the face. A wobble it around and then a lock it in. You purposely wobbled it around before you locked it in. And then you took your sweet ass time to shoot. Like you were on target for a long time. Again, let's watch it again. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Boom. Wobble, wobble, wobble.
Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah.
So again, this is the disingenuous stuff that I'm talking about. And let's compare it to how he normally shoots. Alright, let's break down his good shooting, right, with the epic music. We'll turn that off. Let's go back to the low ready. We'll break it down into the slow-mo world. Alright, so let's go here. Let's watch his head. Alright, so you see how we drove the head down. If his head was already in this position right here, right, the gun would just have to come up to the eye, hits the cheek, put a cheek weld, and then you shoot. And then let's see how long he lingers before he fires a shot. Alright, again, let's watch him move his head down. Even though the rifle is a little high, he moves his head down. So his head's tall. He's moving his head down to meet the gun. When you meet the gun while it's in movement with a moving head, it takes time for them to orient together, make the connection before you can fire the shot. This wastes time. Drops his head, takes a while, boom. Right, takes a long time to shoot. So he's talking all this smack about being tense, yet he's not very fast, and he's still moving his head a bunch. Let's watch the low ready. Alright, barrel should move straight out in line with the eye. The barrel is a little low. It should be right in line with the eye. Again, he moves his head down to meet the gun. It takes a while to fire the next shot. Let's watch it. Alright, so if the barrel is more in line with the eye, you push the barrel out towards the target, and then the entire gun should be in line with the shoulder when you do this. So let's go and watch it again. He pushes it out. He does kind of a little bit of a low ready there, right? He pushes it out low on target. So his barrel is low, his head is tall. He's pulling it in, and then he has to drive his head down. He's got to bring the muzzle up onto target, and then we'll see how long it takes for him to shoot. He settles in, and then he shoots. Again, if your positioning was here, all you have to do is push it out, pull it in, shoot as soon as it gets tight, because the optic will be in line with the eye. So for all this weird tense stuff he's talking about and shaking and taking a poop on the range, he's driving his head, whether it's low ready or high ready. When he's doing a high ready, he is actually doing a little bit of a low ready at the end there, and he's slow on both. So even if it's a small target, he's still going to be faster, because what's happening is his eyes are going at a different direction and speed than the optics, and they're having to meet together, settle, and then shoot, versus having the eye in place, bringing the optic to the eye. As soon as it touches the target, you fire. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching these videos. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. I love a good conversation, and to me these are good topics, because again, it's not about, you know, the instructor or whatever, because we can easily get caught up in insulting the person or the abilities, but it's more of like, what are you showing, and is this an honest comparison, fair comparison, or are you just making an argument based on anecdotal evidence and kind of like mockery examples, which personally I don't appreciate as a student. I don't like that. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.